Hello, I'm quickly going to tell you what we're going to cover in this short presentation. First, I'm going to tell you what the name of the dissertation was and who the author was. Then I'm going to quickly give you a summary of the university in which they attended. Then I will discuss the approach I used. Then we'll go into strengths and limitations of this particular dissertation. And then finally we'll end with some reflections. The title of this dissertation, which was published in 2014, is Online Professional Development, Criteria for Selection by Teachers and Evaluation by Administrators. The author is Joshua C. Elliott. The university with which Joshua completed his degree and submitted this dissertation was the University of Phoenix. The University of Phoenix is a private for-profit university which was founded in 1976. It's one of the first to do online programs. It also has an open enrollment policy, which means that it's unselective and non-competitive. The university has seen a massive decline in enrollment in the last 6 years as it got into some trouble surrounding its student loan practices. The University of Phoenix's mascot is a phoenix, and their motto is "We Rise." In researching the committee members, I wasn't able to find much of anything pretty much anywhere. I was able to see that the chair is involved in working on some journals and seeks to publish some stuff next year. But outside that, I couldn't find much with regard to the committee members. I took a fairly straightforward approach to conducting this review. I utilized the quality review form that Dr. Rouse provided to us, as well as the book Writing the Winning Dissertation, as well as the incredibly useful Echo 360 lectures that were provided in our course module. Okay, now we'll discuss some of the strengths that I felt this dissertation displayed. First, I felt it was incredibly well organized. Everything was exactly where you thought it would be. Everything was laid out exactly where the author said it would be. So it's very easy to find stuff. There's great summaries and segues in every chapter. So definite big 2 thumbs up on organization. Next up was the significance or impact to the field. I felt this section was adequate. Of course, according to the author, they did think it offered significance to the field, but I don't know that I was thoroughly convinced in reading the dissertation. It has been referenced many times in other dissertations, and you can see how many times it's been read as well. Not so much. It is fairly recent, though. It's 2014. But I have to say that for me, I found it was very helpful. So it was so well organized in that sense that it out of all the ones I reviewed, it definitely had the best structure to it. So I think in that sense, it does offer significance to the field of academia. So with regard to significance, I'd give it a so-so or adequate. Next up is the theoretical or conceptual framework, and I felt this section was excellent. The author positions his study within the framework of adult learning theory, social constructivist learning theory, and he situates that within online environments, highlighting the 21st century skills required to engage in this manner. So 2 thumbs up on framework. All right, next up we have methods and design. I felt this section was excellent as well. The author chose to undertake a qualitative research study. The qualitative design chosen was an embedded case study. In addition, the author chose to take a particularistic case study approach. The author chose this design because it would provide narrative data which would enable the author to better understand the perceptions of the participants. The author also used triangulation as a way to validate results. The author did a good job of discussing other relevant designs that may have also been used in these same settings, and in doing so strengthened the argument for the one that he actually chose to use in this study. So 2 thumbs up for methods and design. Presentation of results. This section was excellent as well. It was well organized. The researcher does a good job of walking us through how the data was analyzed as well as what tools were used. The author mentions the software by name as well as gave us an explanation as to why they chose this particular program. The author chose to present themes that emerged during the case study and supported these themes with results presented in table format as well as with narrative data collected during interviews. The researcher also does a good job of comparing and contrasting the results from the administrators as well as the teachers. In doing so, they pointed out the differences in perception that had been expressed between the two groups. 2 thumbs up for the presentation of results. The last section is the implication for educational leadership. I felt this section left me wanting more. The author stated that the results of the current qualitative case study may inform district leaders making decisions regarding which online workshops qualify for professional development credit in a public school district. In addition, the researcher also thought to provide data to help inform teachers when they are selecting online professional development. Further to this goal, the author suggested that an area for further study was to try and better understand the perceived discrepancy between how the two groups selected effective professional development. Overall, I felt this was definitely the weakest section of the dissertation. I think the author could have gone further with this and possibly brought in some additional research to deepen the discussion. Sorry, Dr. Elliott, but our judge gives you 2 thumbs down on this one. In reflection, I felt this was a well-written dissertation. I feel as though I could replicate this study based on reading this dissertation. While I did not feel that it was the most groundbreaking study or that it contributed a ton to the field, I do feel like it was well crafted. While other dissertations I reviewed may have been stronger in the actual research they conducted, this dissertation was the most organized and easy to navigate, and therefore I was able to quickly and easily locate and pull data and information. I felt the deep dive process was incredibly helpful. For me as a learner, I always gain a better understanding of concepts or processes when I engage with material in a way that allows me to see it from multiple perspectives. This process absolutely enabled me to view not only the dissertation as a collection of smaller pieces, but I was also able to view each chapter in a similar segmented way. I now have a better understanding of just how to approach the writing, research, analysis, and discussion process used in crafting a well-executed dissertation. I hope to organize my dissertation as well as the one I chose for my in-depth review. That said, I did feel I was cheated a bit when I got to the discussion part. I felt the brevity of this section may have been a reflection of the depth of knowledge held by the researcher in the area of leadership. I understand this is completely a judgment on my part, but that's the conclusion I drew after being a bit disappointed in this respect. I feel like this section is an area where you, as an academic, can really showcase not only the depth and breadth of your knowledge base, but also your ability to synthesize and bring together a broad range of research, theory, and practice. That's it, y'all. Peace out.